Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala interrupted Meghan's speech after Markle plagiarized the late Queen's quote. Meghan Markle has feminism backwards. She still thinks that we live in the 1950s when women didn't have the same rights that they have today. Meghan Markle's the same woman whose backward feminist views include believing that archetypes are like stereotypes. Here's the issue that so many people have with her. It's her utmost belief that every woman in the entire world is oppressed, and she's the only person who can save them. In fact, she only uses feminism for her word salads to polish herself. Meghan joined in conversation with Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Director General of the World Trade Organization, for an event celebrating female leaders in Abuja on Saturday. She's touched on the importance of female leadership and empowerment in driving positive change globally. At the event, she also shared insights on a newfound Nigerian heritage, the hope she sees for future generations, and the power of representation. Addressing a room of 50 women from across Nigerian society, politics, business, media and culture, Meghan says, "Representation matters tremendously. You need to see it to believe it. That starts when you're very young. I often find that whatever travels I've done, regardless if it's Nigeria or another country around the world, oftentimes when women reach the peak of success, they leave." She continued, "But you need to come back home. You need to at least be a familiar face for the next generation to say, oh, she looks like me, and I can be that. You still always want to come back home because that's how you're going to help shift any sort of generational pattern that might be stifling, especially for young girls who need to see someone who looks like them in that same position." Many netizens found out Meghan copied the late Queen's quote in a speech. As the Queen says, we have to be seen to be believed. Now Meghan said, you need to see it to believe it. She's plagiarizing the words of the Queen. So rumour has it that Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala interrupted a speech. Markle is an idiot who steals all of her ideas, that's true, and she probably stole parts of a speech from someone else. Also, how's she relating to Nigeria? She starts a speech by saying today's Mother's Day. Mother's Day, Mothering Day for them, in Nigeria was in March. Meghan Markle looks like a preaching meaningless crap about dreaming big and being like her, while 11-year-old girls are married off. She's an out-of-touch wife of a prince who immediately forgot her utterly suburban upbringing when she married Harry. She isn't anything, she's an empty husk that copies. She needs to be stopped and put back in her place. Talking to X, many people criticised Meghan Markle, with one user saying, "Once plagiarist, always a plagiarist," when the second one wrote, "Every time Markle opens her mouth, it always reverts into praising herself and making everything about her." And a third one rages, "At times, one can only sit back and feel sorry for this fraudulent middle-aged woman. Is there no way that she can research and come up with original thoughts? She leaves me with fury at her actions and sadness for the idiocy she comes up with. King Charles needs to end this. Meg is damaging the Queen's Commonwealth legacy and tarnishing the monarchy," another one said.